Welcome to episode number 52 of About the Cards podcast, live tonight on YouTube, as always, with my host, Stefan Loeffler, Jack Wex, twins, Ben Wilson at our trading cards. And I'm Tim Shepler at Big Shep 79. We are a podcast by collectors for collectors, hoping to bring you a smart and insightful podcast discussing trading card collecting live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific, 10 Central on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter at About the Cards. We're available on iTunes and Stitcher and YouTube. Check out our website, aboutthecards.wordpress.com, where we have releases and checklists and a bunch of fun stuff there. We are celebrating our 1-year anniversary tonight. It's our anniversary.
That's not how that goes. I mean, lyrically it is, but the melody.
He deserves this.
He does. He does.
We're on YouTube, so I can't sing it the same because I don't want to get us blocked or banned or anything. So, yeah, so many fun folks are here tonight. We're gonna have some giveaways throughout. We have Steph's dying. Ben's had a long day, and so I'm just pumped because I have tons and tons of Series 2 down here in silver packs to keep me busy tonight. So I'm very excited about that. So I'm a little amped. Yeah. So
speaking of those silver packs, weren't those supposed to be
series update? I looked into it today. Update.
Didn't somebody? There was some announcement saying Series 2 though.
I went back and looked. It was update. But yeah, no. So we are 1 year anniversary. We have plenty of giveaways going on tonight. We have random.org. I don't know. I have so many people hopped in so many different ways. So it's going to be fun tonight to see what happens there with the giveaways and some of our very special listeners that have been with us, viewers, if you want to call them, that have been with us for so long. So we do appreciate you guys, and we'll give back tonight. So we're going to get right into it. We're going to do those giveaways throughout. But we're going to hit the week that was last week's releases. Topps Living Week 60, was it 64? Yeah, 64. Note card 194, Ken Griffey Jr., Hall of Fame, former face of baseball card collecting of the Seattle Mariners, sold 8,300, which is sad. Jeff McNeil, card 194, the rookie second baseman, sold just over 3,700, and veteran catcher Brian McCann, card 196, sold a tad bit over 3,200. Check out at Topps Living Stat for a full breakdown of where to find these cards, where they fall respectively in the set by team and position. We also had 2019 Topps Finest launch, 1819 Upper Deck SP Authentic, and then 2019 Panini Luminance Football. Guys, were you shocked by the very low number? I think Griffey puts him like at 25 overall, but he didn't even crack 8,400.
I think we were all predicting 10K.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we were all kind of saying, or at least I know I did, so I'll speak for myself, like 11 to 13. I think was reasonable. It's on the higher end after the insane top 30, top 40 wave. But
yeah, I mean, Mariano Rivera outsold him.
Yeah, but Rivera came out right around or like right at the Hall of Fame announcement. So he had a different kind of a bump, I would think. I mean,
yeah, it's kind of weird to me. So looking at that, but it is what it is. Finest looked pretty cool. We talked about that. I did a review on that, and then Luminance as well. Those are up on the site, so check those out. Luminance had a really 98 Ultra Fleer Ultra feel to it to me.
That's sharp product.
It is. It's neat. Yeah, Cardboard Icon study. He thought he was going to hit 12K. So. But we got lots of folks in here. I'm glad tonight. Lots of people hanging out with us, having a good time. It's always fun.
Real quick before we get too excited into this,
yeah.
Can I show my new T-shirt that I got?
Yeah, do. Please keep it on, please.
I will. Check this out. What do you guys think this is?
Well, that's from Dub, dude.
That's Dub Mentality. That's right.
Is that a VCR?
No, it's a cassette tape, man.
What's a cassette?
Yeah, you youngins. they were around the time of Betamax and reel-to-reel and dinosaurs, I think. So
Uncle Rich is here tonight, guys.
I just wanted to throw a quick shout out to Joey for sending this my way. I tweeted it out with my son in it. He also included a pack of 1989 tops, which I tweeted out a video of my son Bentley trying to eat. I cut it off like 2 seconds too soon because after he got that taste in his mouth, he took off, darted for the garbage can, and that's right where the video clip cuts out.
Hey, real quick, too, a shout out to Shane C, Sports Mania Card, our buddy down in Texas, spending some time in the hospital, which is never fun. So our thoughts are with you tonight, bud, and hope you a quick recovery with whatever's going on. We saw that, but we just chatted a couple of days ago about the anniversary and saw you're hemmed up there. So, bud, get better, and we'll talk soon. Steph showed a real quick picture of his new T-shirts.
Indeed.
The La Torta.
La Tortuga.
Well, yeah, whatever. The tortoise. He's a AAA minor leaguer,
Indeed.
Hot off the press is new releases. Topps Living Week 65, card 196. JT Realmuto, catcher of the Phillies. Card 197. Keston Hiura, second baseman of the Brewers. And card 198. Brent Gardner, crazy outfielder, New York Yankees. So
another crap week.
Yeah. Not really exciting.
Nope.
2019 Top Series 2 baseball comes out today. Hobby box. So 2 versions here. You get the hobby, which is going to run you about $68 a box, plus 1 silver pack, 24 packs per box, 14 cards per pack. You're going to get 1 auto mem or commemorative relic per box. The jumbo is going to run you around 120 with 2 silvers, 10 packs, 46 cards per pack, 1 autograph, 2 mem or indoor commemorative relic. It's another 350 card base set to continue from the 350 from Series 1. Gary V has an insert set. Key rookies to look for. Card 410, Fernando Tatis Jr. 475, Pete Alonso. Card 632, UC Kikuchi. Card 670, Eloy Jimenez. And then short print, no number, Vladimir Guerrero, which I heard are following about 3 or 4 per hobby or per case. We all know there are plenty of SPs and short prints to follow. There is a Beckett guide already. And there's only 76 short prints and only 20 super short prints.
So
just a few.
Feeling that there's probably 4 more out there.
Yeah. Base cards are going to end, if you look at the little code on the bottom so you can tell the difference. Base cards end in 962. Short prints are 031 and super short prints are 032. Now, most of the time you're going to be told you have a short print because you have a veteran, a retired star, Hall of Famer on there, or it's a weird headshot or just a not normal looking baseball card. So definitely check those out. So if you see a Warren Spahn or you see a George Brett, you see a Rod Carew, or Bryce Harper wearing a suit instead of a baseball uniform, or him hanging out at the Philadelphia, the Fanatic. So yes. So check those out. Guys, you excited about Series 2? I mean, I'm awful pumped. It's the first case I'm ever opening, and then I picked up 2 additional jumbos and 1 hobby. I got a little bit of a problem.
Naturally.
Well, the first thing is to admit it. I said that the other night when I was in my car.
And I most obviously want these. But, no, I mean, it's the second or third best time of the year, and it's a major continuation for a major set. Unfortunately, this makes it so that I don't only have 3 twins remaining, but these will be much easier to track down than 66, 67 high series.
Yep. Well, I know a guy that can hook you up, so let me know.
Well then.
Are you excited, Ben? I know that we talked about this last week, just the checklist alone on Series 2 for the A's. The inserts, there was a crazy amount of inserts and like relics and parallels.
Yeah, but I got a really good deal from Brent Williams. He put together 4 base sets for me, the base gold, rainbow, and 150. Got me all of the hobby and retail, or hobby and jumbo, inserts, which really left me with just like the historic through the lines and the faces of the franchise and home run challenge, and then all the relics. which I don't know how many of those I'm going to try to grab outside of McGuire. And so it wasn't too bad because of what Brent was able to do for me. But the more that they made, the higher the cost to him went because he's selling me more cards. So it's one of those double-edged swords. Again, it would be a really fun product, and I would love the checklist if there wasn't so many products released, which we've talked about time and time again. There's a thorn in everyone's side. It's just product after product, and it makes a large checklist like this extremely challenging.
Yep. No, that's why I kind of shied away from doing master sets of this, just because there's so much there. Hey guys, you down to do a giveaway?
Let's do one.
All right. So the first thing up we're gonna do is we have a ComC beanie, a red one, and I think some pins. So since this is episode 52, we're gonna randomize it 52 times. No, I'm just kidding. We're gonna randomize what time? 3, because there's 3 of us.
Sure. Sounds good.
All right. So everybody's name is in here. Some people have 1, some people have 4, just based on the number of screenshots and stuff they sent us and where they follow us. So here we go.
How many entries do me and Ben have?
0.
Okay.
So there's 1. We have 91 entries in here. There goes number 2. And the winner of the beanie is SC Bill. So we will get that out. I have your Twitter. That's part of your Twitter handle. And we will get that out to you shortly.
Congrats.
So I'll be in contact with the send that out. Congratulations. We have 7 more giveaways I can count to do tonight. So
nothing like dead airspace while you're counting to 7.
Well, I counted 7 and it didn't seem right to me. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, what's up, Dub's here? What's up, Dub? We also had 2018-19 Panini Noir basketball launch, $500 a box, 4 packs per box, 10 cards per pack, 7 autos and/or mem cards per box, 400 card base set. So there are 12 subsets that make up the base set. The first 200 number out of 85, the next 100 are out of 25, and the last 100 are out of 99. It's a hit-based product. So the box is 7 hits and 3 base cards. All the autographs in the product are hard signed or on card, and the RPAs are one of the cornerstones of this product. So it has a very 1950s Hollywood feel to it. Some really good photography on the cards.
And we're going to hope to have a review on our website out by probably no later than Monday, maybe.
Yeah, get on that.
We want to give it a couple of days, let everybody kind of get a chance to take a look at it themselves.
I'm have a personal day tomorrow, so I'm gonna be working on Series 2. So I should have a review up by I'd say like Friday or Saturday on that. So take a look there. We also had 2019 Topps Major League sticker collection, the box and the album launch. $35 or so for a box of stickers, $2 for the album, 50 cards or 50 packs per box, 4 stickers per box or per pack. You're going to get about 200 stickers in there. The base set's over 200. I couldn't see the exact number. And this year they've upgraded the album, as well as they've increased it from 32 pages to 44. And they've added double-sided stickers with sticker backs now featuring players acting similar to traditional trading cards, similar to the 1980s versions. So beside player stickers, you're going to look for all-stars, league leaders, World Series highlights, rookies and future stars, and home run heroes. So the stickers are always a fun thing. I remember as a kid, we used to collect the stickers like crazy.
You know what's cool about this is for most years you get the mascots in there. I don't know if they do all the mascots. It's probably usually about half a checklist. And Bentley's all excited because my dad recently bought him a bunch of Stomper sticker cards, and I believe he's got 2 or 3 that I don't have.
Ooh.
And so his 8. No, I can't do that. That's not how it works. I have to buy my own. I'm my own man. But he's all excited that he's got cards in his binder that I don't have. Not just any cards, A's cards.
That's awesome. He's stopping you from having that Uber collection. Let's see. We also have 2019 Sage Autograph Football Box. Now, this is pretty cool. $245 a box. 10 packs per box, 2 cards per pack, and there's 1 bonus pack. You're going to get 21 autographs. You heard me, 21 autographs. This product offers some of the top options from the NFL draft. Collectors can expect 1 first-round quarterback per box. Displays draft information for the base autographs that use raised foil technology. Each box has a bonus pack that can have a card, another autograph card, or a giveaway item. So I think some of the giveaway items were like jerseys, signed jerseys, game-worn jerseys. So
my question is, and
Mahomes, real quick, Mahomes autographs are 1 in every 3 boxes. Patrick Mahomes autographs.
So because I'm not Tim and I can actually do math, what something seem odd here? 2 cards per pack, 10 packs per box, plus a
20
bonus pack, plus a bonus pack. 21 autos.
Yeah, because the bonus pack only has 1 card. It's a card or a giveaway item.
Why not both?
Well, I don't know, Greedy McGreederson. You're already getting 20 autos.
Yeah, what positions?
He just got a new shirt today, and now he wants more autos too. Come on, Steph. Come on, save some for somebody else.
They're mine, all mine.
So that's it. Let's do another giveaway. You guys ready?
Do it.
You can give away my love. It's not worth much.
Nobody wants it.
All right, giveaway. I will say one nice thing about whoever wins.
That's worth it without having a prize.
Crickets.
All right, here we go. There's 1.
And 2. And 3.
And the winner, Mike S. V. Mike Summer. You have won a very nice prize package. As I didn't tell anybody what it was. Let me come back here.
While you're getting that, because now that we know that, oh my goodness,
2 of the best
second-year cards,
rookie cards out there.
This sucks. We gave Mike a McGuire. For the record, we didn't agree that I was going to have to say one nice thing about that winner, did we? Because now that I know it's Mike that won, I want to take it back. I want to redact it.
These are right here. These 2 cards were like the most collectible cards in my collection as a kid in 1987 through about like 92. So these 2 are going out, and there's no stains on the back. They're in pretty good shape.
Congratulations, Michael. It could not have went to a more mediocre friend.
Yes. That's fun. I like giveaway stuff. More prizes to come. What's doing next week's releases, guys? Get out a pen. It's a list. It's a list. Ready?
No.
2019 Topps Museum Collection. All right, there's a list.
See, I would care if there's no twins on the checklist at all.
Whoa, is the checklist out on that?
I saw base and auto whatnots.
Because sticker's not out yet.
Yes. Real quick on next week. 2 weeks ago we were supposed to do last week we were supposed to do the history lesson, but we had a big show, and then this week, and because we had an interview, and this week was the anniversary, so we're actually going to do it next week. It's a little bit light of a show, and we're also looking for someone to come out and hang out with us as a little guest host. So if you think you have the chops to hang with us and you want to, DM me and let me know, and we'll see what we can do. We reached out to Mike Summer, the winner of the last contest, and he was going to be vacationing, so he'll be out having fun. So, but if you want to hang out with us for an hour or so, let's see what we can do. All right, guys, Infield Chat, our hobby talk section.
Let's do it.
All right, Pete Alonso. It was brought to our attention that in 2019, some of his cards he's listed as Peter, and some he's listed as Pete. Does it really matter?
Yes and no.
Okay, so what does it mean? Why does it matter?
It matters for those of us who work in the hobby and or like to have a neat spreadsheet, so where you can sort and have all of Alonso's cards show up in the same spot next to whatever the next alphabetically met in the releases this year. However, as far as the manufacturing point, why would they care?
So let me ask you this, Steph. I'm going to give you my opinion while asking you a follow-up. So back in like the 50s, a lot of times you would have these guys either, they're Bob and then they're Robert, or they would have nicknames.
Sure.
And so at the end of the day, what's the difference when you're putting it in like a player checklist? You kind of just have to say, all right, well, his name is Pete Alonso. I mean, you really are. I from you entering as an employee of ComC, I can see that being frustrating. But for a player or team collector, I don't see why it would be that big of a deal. It's the same dude.
Yeah, like when they would call Roberto Clemente Bob early on, and then once the Cubs said Rock Raines and Doc Gooden because they were Tim and Dwight.
Yep.
Yeah, and sometimes you would see that. Those are perfect examples, even probably more modern examples as opposed to the guys back in like the 40s and 50s and tobacco era guys.
Yeah.
It's a personal preference, like it, hate it. It's really now since we're on the topic of Peter Alonso, our friend Joe Alexander, who you can find at Catcher19 on Twitter, he showed us a couple of different Pete Alonso certified autos that are starkly, if that's a word, different.
Yeah,
absolutely nothing alike.
But years apart. One was when he was a minor leaguer, his first autograph, compared to Bryce Harper's had multiple autographs as he's gone on. So
yeah, it's just kind of interesting observation.
And I got that right here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any shenanigans with him. At least nothing that any of us have heard about.
Yeah,
but. There's a little bit of difference. I mean, these are ridiculously different. I can see a guy shortening it, going with initials, dropping part of, we've talked about Cespedes on here a lot, where he just went with his initials and his jersey number versus the long last name, just to kind of simplify things. I mean, you can't blame these guys with the amount of autographs that they've got to sign, especially in Bowman, where there's just so many. I mean, base and then refractors and, easily get to 5,000, 8,000 plus.
Yeah. So I'm not blaming. I mean, what year was that? His first Bowman? What is that? 16, 17?
Somewhere in there, yeah.
So you think a couple years later, now he goes, it's shortened up. It's a PT with an A and a little squiggle. I know it's completely different, but,
Yeah, just something. It's always interesting to take a look at. Kyle in the chat room said it was 16.
Yeah.
So three-year difference.
Doug said that Panini calls him Alonso with a Z, and Topps has him with an S.
Okay, that would bother me.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Peter is his name, and to go down to Pete, gotcha. I mean, Manu Ginobili is Emmanuel. He shortened it to Manu to make it a little bit more.
I'll put Pedrag Stojakovic when put to Peja.
Yeah, a lot of guys shorten it to more of an American name, something easier for the fans to pronounce.
Benjamin, and you're Ben.
Yeah,
I always wanted to shorten Timothy to Othie, but it didn't really catch on.
My son Jonathan's middle name is Theodore, and the other day I was like, he's our teddy bear, right? Named after Teddy Roosevelt. And I'm like, dude, I literally named my kid Ted. No offense to anybody out there named Ted, but
good talk.
It's like I hope he doesn't grow up and I just wanted like a presidential. He could be J. Theodore, something really like presidential or a lawyer like. I just don't want him to grow up and say, "Hey, my name's Ted."
So, from the 90s, then what about Jay Owens?
Jayhawk Owens.
Understandably, dropping the A-Hawk from his name.
Hey, really quick. Dub was just kidding, but that was funny. Dub, I believed you because I mean that's where we are with those guys over there in Dallas, Texas. I mean, if we nuked Dallas, would anybody be really sad? Oh wait,
I'm a Spurs fan. I would absolutely have no problem with that.
I just kid. All right, so on a little bit of a sad news. So at _Frank Mart. Walnut Creek, California, where the storyline comes from. Yeah, which is near us. So this happened the other day. He sends out this tweet. Had my mailbox broken into last night, and multiple packages stolen. One package had this trout autograph in it. I filed a police report, and USPS is doing what they can through an investigation. If you guys see this on eBay or any social media, let me know. It's a 2019 Topps Inception Rookie and Emerging Stars Auto Mike Trout BGS 10 pristine. And it looks like they busted a whole bunch of mailboxes at this place. I told them we'd share it on the show. There is also a big card show coming up in Berkeley or the Bay Area, I think, soon. And so if you guys are there, keep an eye out for this card.
Yeah, the only problem with something like that is you're probably more likely to try to find something like that on eBay or a pawn shop or something. I'm sure these people weren't targeting his mailbox. So I doubt they would have the wherewithal to go sell it where we would be looking. I mean, yeah, if there's a local card shop nearby, they'll probably try to scoot in there and see what they can get. I doubt they have any idea of what something like that's even worth. Yeah. Without doing their eBay search.
Yep. So just keep an eye out on it. It has the number and everything. So
yeah, it's unfortunate. He's a good dude. I bought something off him a while back. He's a good guy. So you hate to see that. There's a lot of that going around our town too. So it wouldn't surprise me.
So just keep an eye out. You guys want to do another one? Because we got some fun topics coming.
Another giveaway.
Another giveaway.
Okay.
Because we got some fun topics coming up, so I want to keep the morale up of the show. I'm trying to stay positive tonight. But it's hard. We've got to bring all this stuff aware. So here we go. We're going to randomize 3 more times, and this is for a 2019 Topps Living Vladimir Guerrero rookie card. Once.
Do it again. Do it again.
Twice.
I said do it again.
3 times a lady. We were on the right path there.
Dak. He's a Dak Prescott fan. Congratulations. You have a Vladimir Guerrero Topps Living rookie card coming your way.
Ew.
Yeah. All right. Let's go again. Double down. Ready?
You can't stop while you're hot. When you got the table, you got to go.
We got to go. I got a fun story about that. This is for a Comsey white beanie and some pins. Thanks, Comsey. There's once. Kyle P. Twice.
Rip.
Dak again. 3 times.
Repeat.
Ben A. Congratulations, Cardboard Icons live in the chat tonight. Gonna keep his head warm, and I'm pretty sure he could use it.
There's a good chance that his son might snag that in the mail.
Yes. So congratulations, Ben Aguirre, Cardboard Icons. You have a Comsey beanie and maybe some pins coming to you.
Maybe some other stuff.
Some other stuff. Maybe a little kiss. Ooh. Don't send chocolate in the mail; it'll melt. BGS issues, guys. Okay, so man, we talked about good old Black Label Joe last week. I think Cardboard Sports Card Radio and list him Meet Joe, Black Label Clemens or something. I thought it was funny. Meet Joe Black. Beckett Grading Services VP Jeremy Murray had a statement that came out this week. And by the way, there were a couple of spelling errors in here. I won't point those out, but there were some grammatical and spelling errors in here. But collectors submit cards to Beckett Grading Services for an opinion on condition and authenticity. If a card measures up, appears to be authentic, and no visible signs or alterations, we assign that card a grade. This grade is formulated from our opinion based on the card's appearance and nothing else. Some people in this industry do their best to deceive collectors. Our job is to limit people from being successful, and we feel we do an excellent job. So, again, as Ben has said before, it's opinion-based and nothing else. He even says it in there. Joe Clemens is a former Beckett employee and also a part-time Leaf employee. And they had a picture, and I don't know, Steph, if you see that in the notes, it shows one of his Black Label cards.
I do, but I can't pull it up.
Okay.
It's not pulling up for some reason.
Give me a sec here. Let's see if I can share it.
I'll just
yeah.
download this.
If you can see right here, the edges of the card. And let me know if you have it up, Steph. I'll stop sharing that. But the top edges of this Mookie Betts Chrome Update card are white and chipped all along the cross. And this is, pretty typical that you see in Chrome cards where there's a little chipping. But yet it got a pristine 10 black label, and obviously there are flaws on the top of the card.
I got
so
it.
That's weird to me. Now, if this card got a 9, no one would blink an eye. But if it got a 10, if you could make that just a little bigger, Steph, I don't know if you can. I know for guys listening to the podcast, it's something to check out. We'll also tweet it out as well. It's just one of these things that it says the edges 10, and obviously I can see I'm not a grader, but I can obviously tell that it's not a 10 up top. And he also, what's weird is that the 2018 Leaf Original 1 of 1s, this guy owned 11 of them and selling them.
Yeah, I think with something like that damaged top, when you look at it, obviously it's not a 10. It's definitely not a black label. However, I think if you looked at that in a vacuum, with the amount of cards that they have to look at on a daily, weekly, yearly basis, one slipping through, even a black label, I think you could kind of, they goofed. But when you look at it, it's not in a vacuum. It's in a vat of conspiracy and scamming. Right. When you peel back that onion layer, just that first layer of the onion, then it just screams shenanigans, right? So that's the thing. Let's look at it in a vacuum and go, well, yeah, that's a bad grade job. Let's move on to the next. But then you're like, all right, well, who did it belong to? And how many black labels did they have? Move on. And you start to go line by line, variable by variable. And it's like, wait a minute. It's like, now you can't tell us that shady stuff's not going on. There's just, every day reveals more and more proof of the shadiness, the corrupt, even if it's just one person at all these different places, they're all involved. We just don't know to what degree and how deep and how long it's been going on, which a lot of that's irrelevant. It's just
yeah, no. And so Matt Pax had a podcast, I think it was last week. And Eric Norton added on Derek Ficken, who's back, and Derek Ficken was one of the original guys on it, and he's a BGS grader. They covered this issue in a way, but it kind of talked around some of the main points, saying there isn't an inside guy, and they are offered money, food, and gifts at shows at all times. They also had a quote that I found was very interesting. It says it's a vocal minority that's being very loud right now, and it's so sad to see. Guys, I'm sorry, that's some bullshit.
No. With a capital B and bullshit. I mean, if
you listen to the podcast, this conversation starts about 20 minutes in. Sports Card Radio did some really good work on it by posting it on their site, but also you can go to anywhere you listen to podcasts and listen to it for yourself. But this very vocal minority is being very loud right now, and it's sad to see that. That to me hurts because we're pointing out things that. Even this one card right here, this should not have been a 10. And there's no way that one guy can submit 81 cards in a row and get 10s, and those be pristine 10s or black labels. I don't know that he's hitting this ridiculous percentage. Like he's like the Ted Williams times 10 of card grading, right?
Right.
And I understand they're trying to defend their company, and they said that there's, that he's not allowed back there. And that it's secure and all this. I understand that, but that doesn't go into what's in the grader's mind when he's using his opinion or her opinion when they're grading cards and they see, this is submitted by so and so. We're gonna go have beers and Whataburger after my shift.
Well, and honestly, and I know we've reached out. I know you did, I believe today, Tim, and I did the other day with SGC. But we've reached out to all of the main, SGC, PWCC, BGS, PSA, I believe, Leaf.
I reached out to Brian Gray and Leaf. The company doesn't block anybody, and I think they blocked like 3 people so far today.
Yeah, I've got his number. We can give him a call.
Who?
Brian's number.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've got it because remember I called him out a few weeks back. a month ago, whatever it's been now, and he's like, "Yeah, give me a call," and I think he'll do the show. We'll have to see if he still feels that way now. There's all the stuff have come out since he gave me his number, so. But what do you expect Eric to say? Right?
No, I don't expect anything different. But it's just it's something they could say. You know what? This is out there. It's our VP of grading put out a statement. Here's the statements that I don't think they should have been the ones to say. He should have come on the show and said it.
Sure.
You're not telling me he doesn't. That means either one, he's afraid, or two, doesn't care and want to take the 5 minutes to read the statement on a podcast that's filmed at their location.
Yep.
Or get on the phone. I mean, when I was on that show, Eric called me on the telephone. We did it on the phone. He pre-recorded it. He was a great guy. He was super nice. We buried a lot of things, and ever since then, hey, but I just don't agree with the statement. I'm going to tell you that because we're collectors. The three of us are collectors, first and foremost, and that's why we have this show, and that's why we've been doing it for a year. And this is the stuff that affects the collectors. And what he's saying is that the collector's opinion that are pointing these things out, they don't matter. That they need to shut up and just listen. And we're Beckett. Here it is.
But we're a minority voice.
And that's not it. And the thing is that there's some very good people there at Beckett. Sure. And the man that started this whole thing, from what I understand, he's a very revered in the hobby, and he's no longer associated with the company, correct? And saying
as far as day-to-day, yes.
Yeah. So it to me is very disheartening that this is coming out from a company I've always really felt for. I think that there needs to be an investigation on their side on PSA to figure out what's going on here. There was also a video too. Magic the Gathering is being faked too. It was a 10-minute video of this guy that went super in depth on a BGS slab that was a card that was slabbed authentic. The front of the card is authentic and the back of the card is authentic. They are not authentic together. And it says authentic altered. The front of the card was original. The back of the card's original. Somebody put them together. It's some rare card from early on. And here's the video. This guy goes over in really great depth and explains it. It's a 10-minute video, and then he's going to do a video that slabs it. But then he also shows a card that was sent to PSA that was the same way, but it came back unslabbed. They would not slab it for him. Or he bought it that way, or whatever it was. He had a hand of a card from PSA that was not there. So we'll share this link. It's a good video. Spend the 10 minutes to watch it. I got to find the unboxing or the uncasing of that card because I want to take a look at that and see what he thought. But I mean, some of those magic cards, those early on cards, the alpha beta sets, go for some huge, ridiculous dollars.
Two things I love in this. One, dude's got 2 boxes, Diablo 2 and Lord of Destruction. One of my absolute favorite games of all time. But 2, there's a greed monster in the top right corner. How appropriate when you're trying to break a scandal.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, some good stuff. So it's crazy. It's crazy. That they're affecting magic cards.
Well, why wouldn't they? I mean, anything is open to being scammed, and I mean, Magic is extremely valuable, like trading cards are, right? There's some that are worth more than others. Yeah, there's some that are highly sought after. So why wouldn't? I mean, Tim and I have a local comic book store. You go in there on a weekend, and it's nothing but kids in there playing Magic, and they run tournaments all day long. Yeah. I mean.
Oh, it's crazy.
And right now, if you're caught up in this whole trading card scandal, why wouldn't you move your expertise on to something that might not be as known in Magic in this case?
Yep. Well, guys, let's do another one. Let's give some more stuff away. We're going to give away. Shared too early. We're going to give away a hobby lineup T-shirt, the one that supported the Bice family that Eric Norton did. Perfect timing, right? So we're going to do this. We're going to give one of these away. And Ram and I is again 3 times. 1.
Do it again.
2.
Do it again.
No. Mike S at the top again. And Brian B. Oh, you know who that is? That's Brian Bice.
How appropriate.
Brian Bice wins the T-shirt that we made based on helping him out. So, congratulations, Brian! One of our very early supporters of the show, good friend of the show.
And, good friend in general. He's one of the really good guys, and
fun. You know what? He's the quiet mannered when Ben and I are hanging out, and we're hanging out with Rick, and we're being loud and obnoxious. There's always Brian to simmer us back down a little bit.
I don't know if we've ever mentioned this, and we're not going to say the whole name, but he's an A's fan, fellow A's collector, but part of his apartment complex, his name is Mariner. And that's no bueno. I mean, we go to pull up into his place because we're heading down to a card shop, and I'm like, seriously? I mean, you and your wife are going around trying to find a place to live, and you're like, that one says Mariner on it. Nah, I'm good. Sorry. But honey, it's got everything we want. Well, are they open to changing the name?
Hey, real quick, do you have that card pulled up because it says PWCC at the bottom? The black.
That may be one of the reasons I have it pulled up. 42,000.
So here we go. PWCC is emailing customers. So earlier this week, Darren Ravel, the Steeler that he has, tweeted out new information in the trading card scandal. PWCC is trying to save itself from the card trimming scandal. The company is sending out emails to anyone who bought cards believed to be trimmed, offering a full refund and to take the cards out of circulation by giving it to law enforcement. So, okay, 1, they called the cops on themselves. 2, some of these cards were very, very low numbered, some under 25, and a handful of them were under the 25 were altered. So that number gets even smaller, and these are some of the biggest stars in professional sports. Rookie cards are important cards to their, to their part of the hobby. Guys, what do you think by pulling those cards out of circulation and giving them back or giving them to law enforcement does, 1, for the hobby and for like the other cards that are still out there in the circulation?
It's a nice gesture, but I don't see it actually deterring anybody from just creating new fakes. And I get what they're trying to do, but when, for example, you're on vacation in another city and the shops are talking about how they don't want slabs from these people and that people on display anymore, maybe those people should be the ones that are facing the most harm, not, oh, well, we're just going to take them and distribute them to the police department as false or whatnot. You're just trying to save your hide from the FBI or whatever investigative service is coming after you.
Yeah.
Hey, do you see who that second response is sitting there on Darren Ravel's tweet? If you're looking at it, it's mine.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, come on. It's Kevin Malone from The Office laughing, giggling at it. It's like, all right, it's a hollow. It's a hollow gesture.
Yeah, I bet Brian Gray goes and buys these slabs back from the law enforcement and puts it into his product.
Well, you're trying to buy him.
It's one of those things. Either their lawyers like, hey, try to get out ahead of this, or a hollow gesture to collectors so that they don't lose entire faith in PWCC.
Dude, I don't know how anybody right now is buying from them. I'm sorry.
You know what cracks me up is, and I know you're not a Facebook guy, Tim, and I'm sure Steph doesn't go on there. Are you guys familiar with a GIF by Obama where he's kind of like shrugs his shoulders and kind of throws his hand out there like, seriously?
Right.
He just has that motion with his hand. It cracks me up because every day in some of these Facebook baseball card groups you see, hey, I'm thinking about getting this graded. Who should I send it to? And it's just like, I just want to put that GIF on repeat on all of these. It's like, right now, I wouldn't send it to anybody.
Send it to Big Shep grading. Everybody gets a thumbs up.
Either wait till somebody else comes into the marketplace in this segment and offers a transparent option as an alternate, or wait till all this blows over. Let's find out what ultimately, what all comes of this, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And once we know where all the chips lay, then cool. Maybe, whichever one is still standing or whichever ones are still standing, now send it off. But right now, I mean, I don't think anybody's buying graded cards that are aware of this with any semblance of faith.
Yeah, there's Obama.
Yeah, that's not the one. The one that I was talking about, the one at the podium. But that one works too. The whole confused. Seriously? Come on. Why would you grade anything? But hey, it's your money. You can do what you want with it.
Yeah. I don't know how you're trusting those companies right now while all this is going on. And I have a feeling there was somebody on Twitter today. I think Cards in the Attic tweeted out about he wants to pay people in blasters to go and protest at the National. Walk around picket signs. I don't know, man. It's going to be very interesting in a couple of weeks. What's Steph? 2 months from now, less than that, 6 weeks from now,
give or take. Yeah.
The National will be going, and so we'll have a reporter live on location there.
Possibly too.
Yeah. So let's we'll get more into that.
Real quick though, Mark Hoyle in the chat room asked if there'll be a public record of what's taken back, assuming that this all does transpire. You would hope that there would be complete transparency. I mean, do we know if the FBI or any other law enforcement is involved at this point?
I haven't seen it
in official capacity.
I haven't seen it officially. I've been staying in touch. Colin and Ryan have been pretty much on top of a lot of this stuff, and they've been the one posting a lot of stories and reporting back on it because they don't. Honestly, they don't care. They're going to tell you, and they have a certain way to do. We've talked about this before, and we kind of want to clean it up a little bit and present it to you as well, and so that's what we're doing. So,
yeah, I would think to answer that question, and right now everything is kind of, we don't know. Nobody knows until there's an official release by some law enforcement agency, like, hey, we're involved. Right. I'm sure behind closed doors, there's probably a lot of that going, especially now that ESPN. Darren Ravel is
he's with Action Sports or some BS now. He left ESPN. But.
Same thing. I mean, he's a big name.
Oh yeah,
very recognizable. Brings a huge following with him, and
like 2 million followers.
Once this isn't just a bunch of guys on a blowout forum or on Reddit discussing this stuff now. This is getting some pretty big people behind it that are aware of it. Somebody in a room somewhere in an official state building, federal building is looking at this.
Yeah.
And I would think if PWCC is buying this stuff back, they need to make sure they're listing everything, taking pictures, and that way, if the FBI knocks on their door, they're like, "Here's what we have so far."
Well, I also saw there were screenshots of a former customer of theirs from Brent at PWCC saying, "Hey, go ahead and bid at least this amount. You'll get outbid, guaranteed."
You can't guarantee something like that unless you know something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that would be called what? Shill bidding?
Yeah. I mean, Tim, you're going to help my dad move here in a couple of weeks, right? Hmm? You can't guarantee me you're available that day. You can't guarantee me, even if it's with the best of intentions, that you've offered to help, right? Because things happen.
My wife could kill me between now and then.
Exactly. I mean, so when things happen, how can PWCC guarantee that, hey, if you bid $800, you will be outbid? How do you know that?
Yeah.
How do you know that? Because you know something. And the second you know something, that is illegal.
Well, I mean, that's why you're illegal, because you know everything.
I know I know some things. I know I love you. I know we should do another giveaway.
The winner of our next contest is going to be?
I do, but I'm not telling.
Okay. You're going to wait?
Because Ben is the next winner.
It's like my daughter's success rate when we'd watch Pawn Stars and they'll be like, here's a trivia question. And then we'll tell you on the next, end of commercial break. And I know the answer. Oh, you do? What is it? I'm not telling you. And then, they reveal the answer. She's like, see, that's the one I would have guessed.
So our next prize is, I think it's week 26 of Topps Living. It's a complete set. It's Roberto Clemente, Tyler O'Neill, and Avasel Garcia. Exciting week here.
Send down whenever.
You get Bob Clemente.
This is true.
All right, so we're going to do it 3 times. Steph, count it.
1.
All right, Ben A at the top again.
Do it.
Kyle P.
It was it.
And the winner, Jake K. Congratulations, Jake K. On picking up a Topps Living set. So I saw a couple people this week. One was Jenny Miller, and then there was a couple other. There was a Dallas Cowboys collector, and I didn't. Unfortunately, his name slips me right now. With people saying, "Hey, we're done. I'm leaving the hobby," and they didn't really give a real true reason. They were just done with it. They were done with drama. They were done with whatever, and moving on to a different hobby, whatever. My big question is that has that ever crossed your mind to leave this wonderful hobby of ours?
Most recently, obviously not.
No, I would say in the last 5 years.
Weeks. No, I mean, I get some of their arguments, and there's a few people that I've heard from that are saying the same thing, that they're not going to make a public announcement or anything, but in the next 5 days, they're going to delete their account. And I get the sentiment, especially on one platinum, one service or another.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there are ways to ignore some of that and to alleviate some of that. And, I mean, if you need to take 6 months away and come back, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you truly enjoy the hobby, sometimes it's going to take a few days away from that, a week away from that, a month away from that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, no, I remember 2015, 16, I was away for about 6 months.
Right.
Pretty good there for 6 months, where I was staying in touch a little bit, but I was kind of staying away. And, it felt good, and then I came back and refreshed, and ever since then it's been super gung-ho. Social media can have a big effect on that, Ben said, and I agree, because you run into some people. The thing is, you just kind of have to know how to ignore and just to walk away at some point, because it's not worth it. So, but Ben, have you felt that way at all in the last few years?
Yeah, I mean, Series 2 checklist comes out, and it's like, I need 59 cards on this checklist with a 10-card base set. And once you factor in all the parallels, and that's just being a super collector, which you don't have to be. But when you are one, it's like, man, this is... what's funny is our friend Tanner Jones had posted on Facebook. I don't know if he did it on Twitter as well, but he said, has there been like a card? And I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher the question, but have you ever got something in the mail, like a card in the mail, and look at it and just go, why did I buy this? And I made kind of a sarcastic comment. Like, my response was, I look at my checkbook ledger, then I look at eBay, then I wait 3 days,
checkbook what?
Ledger.
That's still Grandpa.
That way you know how much money you have. That's a conversation for another day. Anyway, I look at the ledger, I look at eBay, I wait 3 days, I open the package.
You're the guy writing the check at the grocery store.
I am not
doing the ledger and screwing up the quick check line.
I'm an accountant. It's just how much money. What are my debits and my credits, and what are my balance? It's just a simple Excel spreadsheet. Anyway, I look at my cards, and I ask myself that every time. Literally, the other day I tweeted, like yesterday, Panini Prism. Man, the parallels are phenomenal. I have 12, 13 of the Matt Chapmans, and I'm halfway to a rainbow. Half.
I had like 4 random Garrett Hampsons, and I just bought them because they were like $1 something. I was like, cool.
And I'm like, I've bought a couple of the other players from there, and I'm just like, dear Lord, you don't need this much. So yeah, it's really easy to get that. Well, that's because that feeling.
They're adding water to the Kool-Aid because there's not enough Kool-Aid packet to go around, and so the more water they add, they just thin it out because they're like, oh, if we have 75 parallels of 10 players, that's a lot more cards.
So I guess the joke would be that, nice resort, but don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, but it's okay to.
Well, tell me, I gotta go check my Rolodex real quick. Give me a second.
Hey, your pager's beeping, Kyle.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, man. It's okay to have a hangover. It's okay to just feel drained.
No, it's not.
Metaphorically speaking, take a break. If there's anybody that feels like they don't need the drama that social media brings, just take a break. You don't have to be on there. Nobody's forcing you to, but don't leave a hobby that you enjoy.
I quit Facebook like 9 months ago. And man, life was so much glorious now.
You know what? 95% of the reason I'm on Facebook is to steal and share memes from Tanner. And then 95% of the reason he's on there, I think, is to steal them from me. We've seriously talked about getting a joint Facebook group or Facebook just so we don't have to steal them.
That's so
but it is. But hey, don't judge us.
He's talking about replacing us, Tim.
That's fine.
Well, you guys are
working on his replacement, so don't worry.
Don't quit the hobby. I think is what we all want to say is take a break, find something else, scale back. You don't have to include yourself in every release, not every parallel.
I would definitely argue that scale back helps. And, step away if the hobby itself is getting tiring, but if it's the people and the experiences that you either interact with or see on a daily basis, then yeah, sure. But if it is those experiences and the people that you see popping up in your timeline, there's ways to change that. Mute them, block them, create a new account. Yeah, follow this account back.
No, I mean, that's and the thing is to be honest, the big and I think and I told the guy that owns my LCS this today. I told him I'm so glad that you own this shop now, because was it 5 years ago, this July, or no, 4 years ago, whatever it was. Yeah, 4 years ago this July, he took it over. I said, if you hadn't done that, I might not be in the hobby the way I am now, because it wasn't in a good way. Like, the shop was bad, and he's really brought some life back to it and brought life back into me in this. And a lot of the people that listen to this show and I interact with on Twitter have done the same thing. I enjoy hanging out with a lot of you and meeting you, and that was really shown last night. For those that like, it was amazing. And the thing is like I was in a bad way. Remember in October, Ben? Like, we talked and I missed a show because I just couldn't. I didn't want to do any. I didn't want to. I was in a bad way. Mentally, I just was like, I don't know. Life was overwhelming, right? And you guys really helped me out. The listeners here, and it kind of drove me back and getting into it, and made me. It helped me, and that's why it's a hobby. It's something that you're supposed to go to when shit gets real, and you can go and relax, decompress, and enjoy. And when it's not that way, then take a step back or figure out why and try to pinpoint it. If you're spending all of your money on cardboard, then that's a problem.
Yeah, at that point, it's no different than going to a casino. It's no different than
smoking meth or whatever,
having a drug habit or
alcoholism.
Without getting into a lot of details, to the point you were talking about last night. I reached out to a couple friends, you guys included on Twitter, over something that had come up, and I reached out to a couple friends who I feel are really close friends of mine, ours, and
that was ridiculous. By the way,
response, and not just the response. I asked the question to a couple of you guys, and within 20 minutes, like literally 20 minutes, my faith in humanity and friendship and love was restored just like that. I personally have had a rough go of some things over the last couple of years. We all have. We all get in the ruts. And for me to reach out to a handful of people, most, if not all of, I've met through Twitter, outside of maybe you, Tim. And next thing you know, just like that, I mean, my faith went from, it's like getting a power up in a video game where your health is restored. It's just like, man, there are some good people.
Yeah.
So ignore the drama. Ignore
it was crazy.
Well, and one of them is just like, there's a scene in The Office when Pam's trying to explain to Jim about wanting to go to art school, and he's like, "What is it?" And before she can respond, he goes, "I think you should do it," and cutting her off. And there was one of the people that was in that private DM said, "I can't even read all this right now. I'm at work, but I'm in." It's like, you don't even know what it is yet.
Yeah, and I'm in.
I'm
just
in.
Based on the people that were mentioned in there, and it's amazing. And it leads. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, it puts a smile on our face, and I wish we could share more details, but
more than the story about the guy that got arrested for breaking in homes and tickling everybody's butthole. But I read that today. I shared that with so many people through text messages today. Oh my God, I was dying. I'm like, huh?
Speaking of things that warm your heart, have you seen the video that's going around? It's like a little 15-second video of the little kid on the bicycle that goes into a driveway that's not his. Yeah, and then runs inside the garage, hugs the dog, and then runs.
Yeah,
and it's like he was stealing a car. Yeah, and the caption when I saw it said something to the effect of, look at how people raise their kids these days. So you think he's going to either steal the dog or steal something, and he did. He stole the dog's heart.
Yep. So it goes to this. So there's this kid, Ryan K. This was posted on Twitter a couple of days ago. 9-year-old Ryan K. loves sports and normally spends his allowance on collectibles or baseballs to get signed in person at Giants games. So he's a Giants fan, A to go. Ryan's father recently passed away from ALS, so doing acts of kindness have been a form of grieving for him. After hearing that fellow third graders at his school often have to go into debt to pay for school lunch, he decided he would do something about it using his collectibles allowance. As reported by ABC 7 News Bay Area, Ryan had his mother reach out to the school and find out how much debt there was for kids in his class, and then he gave the entire amount, $74.50, anonymously to help classmates' year-of-end debt. There's a full video, and there's a collectors who want to join me to pay it forward to Ryan and help grow his collection because of his selfless acts towards others. So there's two ways. So this was set up by Ivan at Watch the Breaks. You can contact him directly at Random Acts of Kindness. They'll be sending a box out to Ryan. Or two, you can simply give a dollar amount on the GoFundMe to what we want to raise over the next 2 weeks ending June 26th. So that's 2 weeks from today. We will use to buy Ryan team and player-specific items from his favorite teams, which were the Giants. Of course, we reached out to Ryan's mother first and received approval to use this platform and method to establish a pool, collector pool for Ryan's rack. So Ryan, it was a $250 goal. They're at $1,000 already, and I wanna see what we can do. And $5, $10, whatever. Someone donated $500 on there, but $10, whatever you guys can do to maybe help out this kid who lost his dad from a god awful disease. And that took his money and said, instead of me getting a baseball or some cards, I want to go help kids that had to go into debt to get milk and food at school. They were hungry and they didn't have money and they had to go into debt. So that's insane to me that we have. Just give the kids, I don't understand. That to me hurts my brain. Yeah. That this day and age that we have kids going to school and their schools they can't afford it. They're going to put them on a credit plan. And then what are they going to have, like Joey Soprano? Hey, go collect the money and break his legs if little Jimmy doesn't have the money for the milk.
Not to make light of the situation, but it is an education, right? Education on how the real world works. But
he's 9 years old, man.
You would think that, at least up until high school, you would think, even say just up until the end of elementary school, that breakfast and lunch should be provided for every student at every school in every city in every state in the United States.
Participate, yes.
Yeah, if you don't want it, fine. If you want to bring food from home or whatever the case may be, but without getting too political, there are certain things in this world, in the United States, that we should be mandatory, right? And healthcare, and we can get into all these other things, but bottom line is this: the kids should be able to eat, because not every kid is privileged enough to have 3 meals a day or be in a fiscal, socioeconomic class where it's not a hardship on their parents. There's a reason that food stamps and WIC and other government programs, assistance programs exist. it's unfortunate, but it's a reality. At the very least, the government should prioritize. Let's make sure every kid under the age of, say, 13 goes to public school and can have some breakfast and some lunch.
Ben Wilson for governor in 2022.
I might run for city council. I was going to run for city council last year, and I was a little late to the ball game, so I might run next year when 2 seats open up.
No. So let's take care of Ryan K. I mean, some collectors and some people have already really stepped up. $1,000, that's awesome. But let's see what we can do to add on that. We have 2 weeks to do that. So you don't have to make it anonymous. And I know if you collect, you connect with Ivan directly as well. If you have something instead of money, he likes Roman Reigns, the Giants, Dak Prescott. There was a couple other people listed there. So if you have cards or items of those guys and maybe you want to donate, you can always hit up Ivan at Watch the Breaks, pretty much in any social media platform. So. Oh, look at that. Cardboard icons. I'll donate a game-used Giants ball for the package. That's outstanding. Thank you, Ben. So these are the collectors that we have. It's really great. So let's do another giveaway. We have 2 left. We have 2 left here tonight before we end the show, but I wanted to get that out. All right. So the next. Oops, I always get too excited to do the thing. So the next package is an Ultra Pro package. So you're gonna get a pack of top loaders, some penny sleeves. You're gonna get a black one touch that says rookie card. These are new. You're gonna get a regular one touch for a 35 point. You're gonna get a very new item, a one touch for a 35 point mini, which are very cool. You're going to get 100 team bags to help when you ship cards. You're going to get 100 pack of one-touch resealable bags. And then, for graded fake slabs, or also sending a lot of cards. These come in handy. That's what these bigger bags, you can fit more cards in them than you can in a standard team bag. So you're getting a big Ultra Pro package here.
Don't leave home without it.
Love Ultra Pro. Let's give this away. All right. Let's see. Let's go again. Once.
Do it again.
John V. Twice.
Do it again.
Oops, didn't go. There we go. Brent M. And third and final for the Ultra Pro package, Chris A. Chris A. Congratulations, Chris. All right, guys. And before we end the show and we go into other stuff, we do have one last one. So I was able, and this is out of my PC here, but I was able to get a bunch of these for about $1 late last year. It's a 2018 Topps update, Ronald Acuna. So there it is, update 250. I put in a little top loader, or I put in a little one-touch bag here to ship out. So we're going to give this away next. So this is our final little grand prize giveaway, I guess you could call it tonight. So let's see who's going to win the Acuna. Hopefully maybe a Braves fan.
Do it twice.
Let's see, there's once. Brent M. Twice. Mike S. And the third time. And the third time, JP. Congratulations, JP. You won one Ronald Acuna update rookie card. There it is. So those will all go out sometime either this weekend or early next week. Guys, before we end the show tonight, our 52nd show. Any final thoughts?
Hopefully you guys have a better week than I did.
Yeah. Dislocated an arm on an airplane?
Dislocated an arm on an airplane. Relocated within a minute. I hit a beaver and or possum. Not sure what. Our hotel accommodations were canceled. My flight was canceled and delayed 24 hours.
I just repeated George.
They give me a hotel accommodation.
No, hold on. Did you eat the beaver or the possum? Is that what it was?
He's like, just looking at my arm. Hit a beaver or possum. He just moved on so matter of fact.
We ran over a beaver awesome out here in the tarmac. We're gonna fry that up for you all. Gonna get a little chicken for dinner.
Oh no, it bounced off the edge of the Mustang real nice as well. I was only doing like 70, but yeah, it bounced off pretty damn well.
That beaver or possum, we're still undecided which it was. They had family, Steph.
It was Big Brown and Furry.
Oh boy.
And then so the hotel, airlines, they go, well, since your flight's canceled, here's hotel accommodations. It's at such and such address. So we get an Uber over there because, well, we don't have the fucking rental anymore. I dropped it. Oh well, don't have the rental anymore. They sent us to the wrong one across the street, so we had to get another Uber to go all the way across. And the guy at the desk was like, "No, you're the fifth person this has happened to."
What'd that Uber cost you? Like 76 cents to cross the street?
$12. No, each way.
Oh, dear.
Great.
From Bloomington to I think Maple Grove and back.
You're right. We did have a better week.
I had somebody that wanted. I don't know if you saw this. Somebody that wanted me to send them a document, but they don't like scans, and they didn't want to wait for it in the mail. So I didn't know really how to get it to them.
No, it's the V6 with the EcoBoost engine, 2018, black with black interior. Gorgeous car.
I guess the worst thing that happened to us this week was we had a bunch of people over for my wife's birthday on Sunday to swim in the pool, and on Saturday I'm like, my garage smells bad. Like something died in there.
Who did you find?
No, I was just like, it stinks. And I look over at my deep freezer, and it had got unplugged, and there was a bunch of frozen chicken in there. And I don't know how long it had been unplugged. So I'm like, this is great. We've got 20 people coming over tomorrow, and our house smells like death. This is fantastic.
Yeah. Don't charge me for that.
Oh, and I've got a cold coming on. So yeah, this has been a hell of a week.
Well,
so before go ahead. Go ahead. You. I
was just gonna say how we JP just sent a DM here just so I won the Kuna Wilson address after the show ends. Let's go. Awesome. No, I told you guys before the show started how happy I am that this all started just it was like, let's just do it. Let's see what happens, right? And here we are a year later. Episode 1 actually aired. It would have been tomorrow. The episode 0 was 6/7, and that's something we just did between each other, and then we shared it with a handful of people. We sent them the DM to the link, and we kept it private for a little bit. And it's not a bad show, you guys, it's just so much fun. I love looking forward to Wednesdays and doing this with you, and chatting with everybody, and meeting a lot of new people and collectors, and sure. It's been a lot of fun.
You just hope to meet more new people in person next year.
Yeah, well,
2021.
2021 national. Let's hope we can make it out there. Yeah. And hey, if we're lucky, maybe we'll even be able to do a show out there.
Yeah, I mean, I 2021 for sure. 2020 is kind of a pipe dream at this point, but let's do this. So we want to be there. We want to hang out and meet and greet and say what's up and actually put a face physically to everyone. So and Mark Hoyle, yeah, that's right. Mark's first time live. Normally he listens later on. So Mark, thank you for hanging out and being a big supporter and such a great collector to all of us. So we appreciate that.
No, I love Mark. And yesterday, I think it was yesterday, maybe today, he shares a Jimmy Fox piece from his collection in a Philadelphia A's jersey. And I'm like, congratulations, Mark. Finally. Mark's a big Red Sox guy. We've mentioned him on here before. So all his Jimmy Fox stuff is in that other team from Boston. So I was like, yeah, it's about time you recognize what team Fox should be on. But no, I think we can cue the sappy music here right now and dim the lights and start speaking softer. Bring out the Cavassier.
To be in the show this evening, I just want to say that I love you all.
It's been a great year. These have been 52 great shows. We can't wait to see what the next year of these shows and beyond hold. Like Tim said, it was just one of those things. Like, man, we need a modern cardboard connection, and somebody should do it. And
sponsor free. We're a sponsor free show.
Yeah,
it's great.
Hold it. You should have made it bigger so it covered your whole face. There you go.
So you guys don't have to look at me. I'll just have this up the whole time from now on.
Thanks for ruining my moment. My sappy moment. I'm not nice very often, according to my Twitter profile, apparently.
I love the Brian here. I look forward to the show every week. Dude, that to me is just...
No, we appreciate it. And we the interaction between everybody has just been phenomenal. And we love all the show ideas that everybody has brought to us week in and week out. And, if anybody's out there that hasn't been on the show yet, that would like to be on the show to talk about their hobby history and their hobby profile and what makes their hobby tick. And
we need another spotlight. It's been a while since we had one.
Yeah, we're always open to having guys on if we can coordinate it. I know that for Tim and I, being out here on the West Coast makes it tough on some of the Midwest and Eastern Seaboard guys, but we've done quite a few on the weekends, even with some of the guys. Ben Aguirre came on a Sunday, and he's just up the road from us, more or less. And we'd love to have as many people as we can on over the time.
The one night of the week I stay up till midnight. I love it. Wednesday's your Friday. I love it.
That's right.
Yeah. No, I forgot to tell you guys. I held a card today from 1887.
I've got one. I've got an 1888 Allen and Ginter.
I don't remember, to be honest. There's a lot going on at the LCS, but one of my old managers from my retail days, he goes to the same shop, and he was in there, and he picked it up. And he's a really big vintage collector. Pretty much anything pre-70s what he collects. And I think he was born in 70, so it's funny to me. But it's anything before he was born. And I'm just sitting there, and it was slabbed by whoever, but it was slabbed as authentic. That's all. And just to see a piece of cardboard from 1887 that still existed, and you could read it, and it wasn't tattered all. It was just so cool.
No, it's neat. When I got those from 1888, the old Ginter, it's just like, man, these are over a century. Like, there was a whole century in between the time that's now versus when these were made. I mean, it's incredible. But going into our second year of the show, I think we want to incorporate a little bit more vintage and pre-war talk and non-sports. And we have the iconic card, section for a while that ran, I don't remember what, 8 weeks, 7-8 weeks,
something like that.
We're doing the history of some of the manufacturers now, and if anybody has any ideas of another multi-week segment we can do, towards the end of this year, beginning of 2020. Again, just hit us up in DM, say, hey, I want to be on the show, and
we actually
share your story.
Was to contribute to the website, and I owe a couple of people an email back, so I will do that tomorrow. And Ben Aguirre said he wants to roll the national in 2021. Do I feel a Cali road trip?
That would be awesome.
Caravan, 20 men.
Don't plow any beavers.
Yeah,
we were already talking to Steph about.
If I plowed any beavers when I was on the road, my wife would kill me.
Dude, we should get like a John Madden camper van, or like a roadie van, and just drive to Chicago.
We got Hermanson on the. We got Hermanson in there.
Yeah, we got Bice. We get like 6-7 dudes here locally, and we'll do it old John Madden style. We'll go cross country and stop at all the good eateries.
Hit up card shops as we go.
God, this trip just got expensive.
Yeah, $10,000 minimum.
Yeah, no, we'll just all camp out in a B&B on Steph's dime.
Well, I mean, that's what we're doing this year.
Yeah,
I like it. Smart idea. Well, guys, we want to stand to that 90 minutes. We were over Uncle Rich's hour, so we will figure this out. But fellas, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to our show and participating. We appreciate it, and we will see you next week. Remember, you can always find Ben at our trading cards. You can always find Steph at Junk Wax Twins. Me, Tim Shepler at Big Shep 79, and we're live every Wednesday here on YouTube at 8 p.m. Pacific, 10 Central. And take a look at all of our reviews. We'll tweet those out too. And keep listening. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks again.
Yep.